Hi, today I wanted to give you a quick overview of how Squch works with shortcuts for Mac. So I've got Squch open here, and you can see I've got the presets bar open down the side. Now these are all pre-configured. I made these earlier. One we're going to focus on today is the Real Mac filter, which is basically a preset where I have selected an effect, I've overlaid a watermark, and I've set the format. So if I go into here, you can see that's my preset there. Now this preset here is set to resize the image and save it as a JPEG. So if you haven't used presets before, they're super handy and often overlooked because they're a little bit hidden, but they are very handy, and they can always be accessed from here as well. So I'm going to quit Squch now, and then we are going to launch shortcuts. And we're going to go into the Squch folder that I've already set up. Now these are pre-configured actions. So if we go into Real Mac filter here, I've used a Finder action to say whatever I've got selected in the Finder, run these actions on. So my selected files, I'm going to then tell Squch to apply a preset. And here I've picked the Real Mac filter, but you could pick anything, any of your own created ones. And then it'll ask me where to save it. And then this one here, resize to 500 pixels, which have actually got a 750, but I could easily change that. This is using some separate actions from Squch, the resize and the export. So it's not running presets here. We're purely just resizing it to 500. And then we're exporting it as a JPEG. And again, this is a Finder action. And one important thing to note, if you're setting up your own actions, you do need to have these here, this checked for it to appear in the menu, which you'll see in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to quit shortcuts. And now if I'm in the Finder and I right click here, I can go to my quick actions. And you can see I've got my convert to JPEG, Real Mac filter, and resize to 500. So if I convert to JPEG, we'll do that, ask me where to save it. I'm going to say there, and boom, there we are. It's converted it to a JPEG. And if I select these JPEGs I've got here, these images, and I'm going to say, let's apply the Real Mac filter to those. Squch will ask me where to save it, or the Finder will rather. And we'll wait a moment, and it should save all those images out. There we are. So yeah, it's processed all those images, saved them as JPEGs, applied the watermark, and applied the filter. Yeah, we just compare these two. There we go. Yeah, you can see the original and the exported version, and that is all from the Finder, and that is without Squch isn't running. So this is a super handy tool to have, because you don't even need to launch Squch. You know, you've got a PNG image there and you just want to convert it to a JPEG or resize it to a JPEG. Super handy. There's lots of things you can do with this, you know, and you can chain shortcuts with other apps, so Squch can work with other apps. Really powerful stuff. So anyway, that's it. That's just a really super quick look at shortcuts, just to give you an idea of what it can do and what a great feature it is. All right, I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.